All right, so this is one way your triangle can look. You guys put the A in the bottom left again? Is it okay? So I'll put the B right there and the C right there. Okay, that should be a bigger C because we have a capital C. Okay, then we have the A, which is right there, the B, which is right there, and the C, which is right there. Okay. All right. So can we use the law of sines for this?
No.
Why not?
There's not a complete fraction.
Yeah, there's not a complete fraction. We're missing an angle. We need to have one angle in order to solve this thing. Which angle did you guys solve for? How many guys did A? How many guys did B? How many guys did C? You guys all picked A? Man, nobody likes to have fun. Everybody's like, no, I'm gonna pick A. You guys are like, fun. This is law of cosines. Okay, if you were trying to solve for A, then you're going to be looking at these right here, right? Right? Okay, so that means we're going to have 8 squared equals be the first part of our formula. You should have 8 squared right there. And then, after that, you have the other two sides. What are the other two sides? 5 squared and 10 squared. It doesn't matter which one goes first because it's plus. Plus means it's commutative, right? 7 plus 2 is the same as 2 plus 7, so it doesn't matter what the order. Then minus 2 times, and what are we going to multiply to that 2? The 5 and the 10. And we're going to multiply that times cosine of what? A. All right, and that's what we have to try to find. We have to try to find the A. Now, you could have tried to solve for a different angle. You could have tried to solve for B. If you tried to solve for B, here, I'll do B underneath it. If you did B, what would be the first number squared? If you were trying to solve for angle B, what would it be?
10 squared.
Yeah, it'd be 10 squared. So it'd be 10 squared equals, and then what would be next? 5 squared plus
8 squared.
8 squared. Then we have minus 2. What is it? 5 and 8. And then
Times cos.
a B. See, it's not that bad. You see how you're like, oh wow, this is kind of easy to remember. Like once you start using it, it makes sense. Okay, and then if you were to do it with the C, if we were to try to solve for C, what number would we start with? I heard it, but you're being all timid. You gotta have some courage. Let's go.
5 squared.
5 squared, then what?
8 squared. Plus
8 squared, then 10 squared, minus somebody else. 2 times 8 times. All right, getting more courage. I hear it. Cosine of C. All right, so you can use any one of these formulas to help you find or solve this triangle. Let's just stick with the A right now. I'm not going to do all of them. I'm just going to do this one right here. Let's simplify it. Let's make sure that we're not making little arithmetic errors, okay? Order of operation errors. So we have 64. Have you guys already done this yet, this part?
Yeah.
100 minus, and then 2 times 5 times 10. What does that give us? 100. So we got another 100 right there, times cosine of A. Now we're trying to get the A alone, right? So, I don't know, if you guys remember when we were solving equations, way back in the day, algebra, pre-algebra, that stuff, you want to simplify the whole side first before you start trying to do inverse operations. So, what do you do to this side to try to simplify it? Okay, can we combine these two?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I combine those two, I get 125, right? And this side's going to be 64, and then I have a minus 100 times cosine A. You know what students make the mistake of doing a lot? Can someone point out a mistake right here that someone might do?
125 minus 100.
They would do this. They would write 25 cosine A. What's wrong with that? Yeah, you broke Aunt Sally's back.
Oh.
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. You guys remember that? Okay, you're breaking the order of operations. You must multiply these two right here before you do the subtraction. Okay, so you can't do that. That's wrong. Don't do that. Okay, So what I like to do right here, so I don't mess up with my negatives, which is another mistake that students do, is I slash and dash this, or add the opposite, which is actually more academic to say. I add the opposite so I know this is a negative 100. Now, in your calculator, right now, because you're practicing, write negative 100 times cosine. No, wait. Oh, we're looking for the A. Oh, that's right. I totally forgot. I got all excited there. Sorry. We're trying to find the A, so we have to get rid of the 125 and the negative 100 and the cosine. Which one do you guys want to get rid of first? You want to get rid of the cosine first? We can't do that. And the reason why is whatever you do, you have to do to the whole side. And if you take the negative cosine, the inverse cosine of this whole thing, that's weird. Like, you're not going to be able to cross things out. Like, there's no, like, it's not clean. You got to take yeah, you can't do this. You can't do it. Okay, so what do we have to get rid of first?
125.
Get rid of the 125. I have to subtract 125 from both sides. And what do you guys get? What's 64 minus 25? Or 125? You got 61? So I have negative, right?
Yeah.
Negative 61. Then we have a negative 100 right here times cosine of A. So what do we get rid of next? The cosine or the 100?
100.
The 100. Now you want to add it, huh? Yes?
Oh no, it's divide, right?
Yeah, it's divide. What is the 100 doing to the cosine? It's multiplying. What's inverse of multiply? It's divide. So we're going to divide that because that equals 1. That's why I can cross it out. And I divide this side by negative 100. Negative divided by negative is a positive, so now we have a positive on the left side, which we're more happy about. Let's leave it with 61 divided by 100 because that's exact. We don't want a decimal just yet. Actually, that's not bad. It's 0.61, but let's leave it like that. Cosine of A. Now, how do I get that A alone? Oh, I got to draw like a wall right here so I don't get confused. How do I get the cosine alone? Or the A alone?
Oh, inverse of
Yeah,
cosine?
inverse of cosine. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to, let's see, just do different color to make it pop. We have inverse of cosine right there. Peace out, cosine. You ugly. And then on this side, we have cosine inverse right there. And that's going to give us our answer. So we have A equals cosine, the inverse cosine of 61 divided by 100. Did you guys already do it?
Not yet.
What does it approximately equal? 52. Round it to the nearest degree. Is that what you guys got? 52? All right. I'm happy with that. If you guys think it's wrong, let me know so we can correct it. All right. The A is 52. Now you have choices. Now you have an angle and an opposite side. If you have that, now you can do law of sines, which I prefer personally. I would go for law of sines now because that way I think is easier. Or you can be really weird because you love law of cosines and you can solve these ones. But that means you have to do all this stuff, also. So it's up to you. I'll let you guys do that on your own. Okay, so use the law of cosines to find the angle opposite the largest side. Huh. Oh, I see. I know why a teacher would write this stuff. They would write this stuff because they would want you to do it in a certain order so your answer matches their answer. But I just care that you guys know how to do the formula and know how to use it, using the correct order of operations and all that stuff, using law of sines and everything. Use the law of sines to find either the remaining angles, and then find the third angle by subtracting the known angles from 180. I don't know. I don't like those steps. I think you guys can personally come up with some better steps. But it's a guideline for you. Use it or don't use it.